Insurance for when there's a hitch in the trailer hitch. Tennesseans know that sometimes life has its loose ends.
Good thing we had that trailer added.
Know that Farm Bureau Insurance is there to help. Tennessee Insurance for Tennessee.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hey, guess what? We've got audio this morning. Hey, we got that going for us today. Good morning, Lee. Good morning, Kimberly and Julie. How are you all this morning? Sure hope you had a great day yesterday. Wasn't it a deceivingly kind of a cool day yesterday? No, it kept just kind of throwing me off. You see the sunshine and you walk outside, you're like, oh, that's right. It's chilly out today. Good morning, Christy. How are you this morning? So much so that we actually saw some snow across the higher elevations. Did you see that picture on social media from Mount LeConte? If not, don't worry. I'm going to share that with you this morning. Today, we're talking about plenty of sunshine. It's going to be we're going to flip the switch here, and we're going to bring the heat back. So, Lee, the heat is coming back. A good, solid golf day ahead of you today, buddy. We'll start you off right now this morning with a live look from KMNV. That's Madisonville, Monroe County, and Monroe County Airport. It was busy yesterday. I was watching airplanes fly back and forth throughout the day. And a nice little shot of the moon this morning as well. So check out the moon. All right, let's go ahead and show you what it looked like up on top of the mountains yesterday. Anybody want to go see some snow? It's going to be a nice hike. Keep going a little bit higher, up to about 4,000 feet. If you go up to Mount LeConte, the snow is going to be up there. Any takers on that? Any hikers? Anybody actually hiked Mount LeConte? Janelle and I used to hike Mount LeConte every single season. Every year, once a year. Why? Well, just because it's fun to get the exercise, but also because we would get the annual T-shirt every single year. And they do sell a T-shirt up there, and they change it every year as well. All right. Yep. Lee's playing golf at 10 o'clock this morning. Good thing you're not playing golf up there on top of Mount LeConte, Lee. You'd need the glow-in-the-dark ball or the bright yellow one. Yesterday, we only made it into the 50s. Chattanooga actually topped out at 60. Those morning lows in the 20s and 30s, which, by the way, stepping outside this morning, we do have quite a bit of frost out there, so you might want to warm your car up a little bit. You're going to have to go defrost it a little bit as you travel out and about. Had quite a bit of frost on my car this morning. All right, so all-day sunshine, low relative humidity, and once again, the fire danger creeps back in. So we have elevated fire danger today, and we'll do it again tomorrow. But it's going to be much warmer. 50s yesterday, we're talking 70s today and tomorrow. 20 degrees warmer tomorrow than what we were yesterday. Light rain's going to be expected Wednesday night into Thursday. So it's going to be minimal impact to us because it's going to be through the overnight hours. But it is going to be a wet start to our Thursday. And I think that Thursday is going to transition into more or less a similar day to what we had yesterday. Probably a little bit more cloud coverage and maybe a little bit more rain than what we experienced on the backside of our system. I shouldn't say yesterday. How about Sunday? On Sunday. All right, so let's start you off with the morning temperatures. We're in the 30s. So again, even though we're not below freezing in most locations, you are going to see some frost forming on your cars. 30 degrees right now in Jefferson County. We've got 30 in Athens, 37 in Chattanooga, so no frost down there. Even Fentress and Cumberland County. So we have a little bit of inversion taking place. So the higher elevations are just a little bit warmer in some locations. All right, dew points have dropped down into the 20s and 30s. And so as the temperatures come up, dew points stay in the 20s, that brings the humidity down. So realize that when we look at relative humidity, that's a combination of temperatures and dew point. And so the dew point's not going to change much today. And so therefore, as temperatures climb, it's an inverse relationship. Relative humidity goes down. Good morning, Ronnie. And we've got Chris joining us this morning, as well as Katrina. Good morning, Katrina. It's cold outside, Katrina says. Yeah. And it's a little shock to the system, isn't it? With frost on your car. So morning temperatures, by the way, we're trending about 5 to nearly 10 degrees colder this morning than what we were yesterday. All right, lunchtime temperatures aren't going to be bad, though. We're going to climb to where we were yesterday. So we'll be in the 50s and a couple pockets of 60s. Those were our high temperatures yesterday, but we're going to keep going. And those highs climb into the 60s and 70s. There you go, Lee. But, Lee, you're playing at 10 o'clock this morning, I think you said. Still going to be chilly. You should have booked your tea time for, this afternoon. Although the wind's going to pick up a little bit. Breezy today, but a little gusty tomorrow. And that's going to be the story for tomorrow. So if you're running the kids around town, heading off to dinner, getting ready to head home from work by around 6 o'clock, still nice. We're going to be right around 68 degrees. That's going to be great. And then we'll drop down into the low 60s as we get into the 8 o'clock hour. So as we move right along and talk about your 7-day forecast, we'll take you all the way through Friday. As I mentioned yesterday, the roller coaster ride continues. So we're climbing up the hill today, and then we're going to drop off tomorrow, on Thursday. So showers Wednesday night, Thursday morning. That's why I put the showers in between the 2 days. Cooler weather on Thursday, and then we'll kind of moderate nicely as we get into the upcoming weekend with temperatures trending back to about 60 degrees or so. The winds tomorrow, this is Tuesday into Wednesday, so we pick up our timeline. I should say, well, the winds are going to pick up throughout the day today. So the winds are going to be breezy and gusty today, but also tomorrow. And tomorrow we'll actually see those high-level clouds start to increase thanks to this disturbance heading our way. This is what's going to drag the cold front through. This is mid-level energy and spin. This is little waves in the atmosphere. This is a sign of what we could see when we look at the waves in the atmosphere. So we bring it down to the surface, and we have a cold front. So this wave is going to push a cold front through at the surface. And the cold front's going to bring us anytime. Pick up our timeline Wednesday night, 7 o'clock. So you can see the rain's going to settle on in Wednesday night. Thursday morning, maybe a little bit of light rain hanging out with us. And then look at the snow showers on the backside of that. So maybe a few light snow showers across the mountains again. We'll see a little bit of light rain off and on throughout the day on Thursday. So again, very similar, I think, to what we experienced on Sunday behind our Saturday's cold front. Good morning, Kay. How are you this morning? Awesome, Krista. The ultrasound day is today. This is awesome. So have you, correct me if I'm wrong, you found out the sex already, right, Krista? I think you have. Anyways, Julie says, good morning. What's up, Julie? How are you this morning? Will be a beautiful day, but it's cold this morning. Yeah, it is going to be a gorgeous day. And then as we get into Friday, Friday morning, which I'll show you in the 7-day forecast, I think we're going to have more frost forming. Rainfall amounts, probably not going to add up to a whole lot. We saw that we talked about this yesterday. It's still trending about 1/4 of an inch or less. And again, minimal impact to our lives with the main cold front because it comes through during the overnight hours. Now, on the backside of that, we may see some afternoon showers developing as well. All right, so here's your 7-day forecast. As we break that out, we're climbing back to those seasonal averages, if not slightly above. Average high is 62. So if you're going to be technical, we're going to be below average Friday, Saturday by 2 degrees. And then we're going to be above average Sunday, Monday by 3 degrees. So generally speaking, a nice solid average. A weekend ahead of us. We do have a chance for some rain showers as our next disturbance swings on through. It doesn't look like it's going to add up to a whole lot, but we will definitely keep you posted on that. We'll get talking more about that as we head through the week so you can plan that weekend forecast for sure. So we've had a nice start today. Chilly. With areas of frost forming. So I wanted to take you back outside and show you what it looked like in Gatlinburg. We'll take you to downtown Gatlinburg. That's not downtown Gatlinburg. That's me. There's downtown Gatlinburg. So nice little view this morning. Again, a little bit of frost forming this morning, but that's about the extent of it. So no issues whatsoever. By the way, it's 6:09. So if you got to hit the road here this morning, there's no traffic issues whatsoever. There never is in the 6. Well, I shouldn't say never. Never say never, right? But really not looking at much in the way of traffic issues this morning, but do give yourself some extra time to warm up the car, to get out the door here this morning as well, because it's cold. Good morning, Betty. How are you this morning? Got Carol joining us. Oh, you went to the park the other day and saw a pretty little dog like ours. Was it ours? They do kind of sneak away from the house every once in a while. They're sleeping back behind me. Little doggies are sound asleep back behind me. Bring them into the studio. It's time to dance already, Katrina? Katrina's like, I got to get to work. Let's do this. All right, let's go ahead and dance, shall we? So the national holidays, we got a few more than what we had yesterday. By the way, hopefully you had a great St. Patrick's Day. Did you eat your corned beef and cabbage? I did not. I did not. But we did see some cloggers yesterday. Let's talk about those national holidays, shall we? So it's March 18th, so of course we're celebrating birthdays and events because that's what we do. It's National AG Day. AG Day. Changes annually, so let's see what AG Day is. It's got a lot of vegetables. Each year, National AG Day recognizes and celebrates the abundance provided by agriculture across the United States. We wouldn't have food without those farmers. American agriculture plays a critical economic and food security role in our country. That is true. The role of American agriculture is greater than the food on our table. It runs deep in our communities, large and small. Just about every product we touch involves a farmer. Big shout out to all the farmers. If any farmers are joining us this morning, throw your name in the hat in the chat. Because we wouldn't have the food and the amazing food that we have every single year, every single day, without you. So big hats off to you. National Biodiesel Day. All right, let's see what that says about National Biodiesel Day. Each year, National Biodiesel Day on March 18th commemorates the birthday of Rudolph Diesel and a few that continue to gain a growing interest across the country and around the world. Here we go. Rudolph Diesel invented the diesel engine and unveiled it at the World Fair in 1900. That's crazy. The engine was originally designed to run on peanut oil. Interesting. And our diesel was a big believer in the role plants oils could play in fueling America. I actually had a friend that worked for a corn company in Colorado. I think it was Colorado. And he actually drove a car run by corn oil. He drove a car that ran by corn oil. Wouldn't that be crazy? All right, it's National Sloppy Joe Day. I'm going to give a shout out to that. I like Sloppy Joes. I do like Sloppy Joes. Thanks, Julie. I appreciate you. Appreciate you what you do. Get it. LOL. Your grandson was 2 months old yesterday. Big shout out to your grandsons. How about that? We're just going to be clapping all morning long. Kimberly says, thanks to the farmers. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's not a job that I want. It's an incredibly, incredibly challenging job. And when I go talk to schools, I always bring kids up when I talk to schools because I like to talk to them about life and really get them thinking. Because I always say, hey, kids, because we talk about how weather affects everything and everybody and everything in the world. So we go into farmers and stuff like that. I said, okay, well, does the weather affect farmers? Well, yeah, but not always or sometimes, or, well, does it? So we get in that discussion, and of course, you can have too much rain, you can have a drought, you can have, wind damage, you can have tornadoes that ruin your farm, you can have wind damage and hail that ruins your farm. So there are so many different weather elements that play a huge role into how we get our food to our tables. Always trying to get those kids to think just a little bit. It's National Lacy Oatmeal Cookie Day. I'm going to give a shout out to that. This is a good, solid day. We're celebrating all day long. Let's see. Katrina says, farmers appreciate you. Well, hopefully. I mean, I can't control what happens with the weather, but hopefully I can help them navigate being able to get out in the fields if it's been too muddy or too rainy or, they can't hay if it's going to be raining, all those kind of things. Isn't that crazy, Kimberly? Ooh, Cheryl likes Sloppy Joes. So does Rhonda. What's up, Rhonda? How are you this morning? Rhonda, who doesn't? I mean, Sloppy Joes are just a good, solid classic. I'm going to say an American food, I'm assuming. I don't think that's like an Italian food or anything like that. All right. We've also got National Awkward Moments Day. I'm going to give a big shout out to that one. This is just an incredible day. How many times, anybody want to throw in the chat a crazy awkward moment that you've had? Anybody? Oh, boy. Let's see. We got to get that out. We got to get this fixed here. Anyways, awkward moments. Awkward moments. They're always there. Right? There we go. Oops, that's not supposed to happen that way. We'll go here. There we go. Anyways, Awkward Moments Day. That's what we got going on. There we go. All right, National Supreme Sacrifice Day. Let's see what that is. That looks like it's going to be a good day to talk about. On March 18th, National Supreme Sacrifice Day honors those who have made tremendous sacrifices for the sake and the good of others, as well as those who sacrifice their lives every single day for us. We may mostly readily call to mind the men and women in uniform who have laid down their lives protecting their country and communities, protecting our country. This day also honors those who may have stepped forward during times of crisis to rescue a stranger, a neighbor, and gave the supreme sacrifice that day. Have you ever been in the situation where you've had to do the supreme sacrifice, rescue somebody from a burning house, a car fire, a dog trying to cross the road, you rescued that dog, or little baby chickens or ducks? You always see those videos. If so, throw it in the chat. What's up, Joe? Joe's in Vegas? It's 3 a.m. in Vegas, and I'm not a fan of being up to catch a 6 a.m. flight back to Knox Vegas. But guess what? You are. You're joining us here on the broadcast. So big shout out to Joe, by the way, the owner of Jiffy Lube. All right, so go check out Jiffy Lube if you're looking for an oil change or anything like that. Right, Joe? Come on, go visit Joe and say hi. All right, I'm just waiting to get the rest of my seeds in the ground. I did want to say that. I'm glad you said that, actually, because the National Weather Service yesterday said if anyone's trying to get a head start on planting a spring garden, they'll want to take note of the temperatures Thursday night and Friday morning, as we've highlighted. All areas outside of Chattanooga are expected to drop below freezing for a brief period overnight. So I know it starts to get warm. We start to get like, okay, it's time to get things going. But sometimes you just got to hold off, right? Every single year. So Chris is waiting to get the rest of her seeds. You don't want to get those things all frosted, right? Let's see. Oh, here's some awkward moments. I speak to those thinking there's someone else. I have done that before. Or have you ever walked up to the wrong car and grabbed the handle thinking it was your car? I did that. I almost did that the other day, but I've done it before, and like somebody was in the car. I was like, oh, whoopsies. Awkward moments. Gotta love Awkward Moments Day. Sloppy Joe's Awkward Moments, Biodiesel, National Agriculture Day, birthdays, and Supreme Sacrifice Day. All those good days. Good morning, Kathy. How are you this morning? That's right, Cheryl. Absolutely. Thanks to all those who sacrificed their lives for us. Absolutely. It is 6:19. There's no issues on the roadway, so I'm not going to show you any traffic here this morning. Everything's doing great. Good morning, Penny. How are you this morning? Everything's doing great this morning. Live views around East Tennessee have been awesome. I'm ready to see the sun start coming up a little bit earlier so we could actually have a nice little sunrise. We'll show you what it looks like in Hardin Valley this morning. Anybody joining us from Hardin Valley, Carnes, Oak Ridge? Nice clear start. It looks like, we're going to have just clear skies. It's just going to turn out to be a great day. Let me show you a couple other cameras. Well, actually, we'll show you what it looks like in Corrington here in a second. See if we can't get that camera up for you. We'll give a big shout out to Union County. There's a live look in Union County this morning. Clear skies. It's a starry night, by the way. Look up to the stars here tonight, or this morning. See if we can't get this camera up and running. There it is. That's a live look in Corrington. Always a great view for some nice sunrises. And I think we're going to have a beautiful sunrise there this morning. I guess that's about all we got here this morning. So anyways, oh yeah, it's Tuesday. Oh, by the way, for those who may be asking, Buck reached out to me. He said, Witcher, I love you, man. But 6 a.m. is too early for a retired Buck. So he's sad. Buck's shenanigans are never going to join our show again. That's a sad day. Hopefully I didn't, deter too many people away by switching it from 7 a.m. to 6 a.m. Hopefully not. Ah, good job, Lee. There we go. Chivalry exists, doesn't it? Yes, get out. Go start the cars. For your significant other, gentlemen, I'm talking to you. Get those cars all warmed up. Nothing better. Hey, Lee, go get your wife an electric starter so you can just start it from your house. There's a thought. Have a great day, Julie. I know. It's kind of sad, but here we are. That's okay. Oh, there we go. As Denise said this. My sister-in-law, Sharon Atkins, a teenager at the time, saved a toddler once who was choking on food. That's the ultimate supreme sacrifice, isn't it? Yeah. Ooh, choking on food just would be the worst. Pam says, yeah, you sloppy Joe on pasta. Well, there we go. Never thought about doing that. Have a good day, Portia. I never thought about putting it on pasta. I've done chili on pasta before, and that is good, in my personal opinion. Good morning, Ryan. How are you this morning? We are buckless, unfortunately. You play the repeat for Andrew when we were heading to school at 7 a.m.? Well, there you go. You can always have the repeat. So big shout out to Andrea this morning because she's going to hear the broadcast at 7 o'clock on her way to school in just about 30 minutes or so. So Andrea, good morning. Have a great day at school. My kids are still on spring break, so we've been hanging out today. I think we're going to take a nice little hike. Today's going to be a perfect day to take a hike, walk around the neighborhood, enjoy the sunshine, enjoy the warmer weather. A little false late spring kind of weather once again headed our way, and then we'll get knocked back down to reality as we head into the upcoming weekend. All right, my friends, we sure hope you have a great day. No traffic issues. It's cold. Make sure you start up those cars or go scrape off your car. We do have areas of frost this morning. We'll do that again on Friday morning. It's going to be warm and breezy. We're going to have some gustier winds. Beautiful weather today and tomorrow. Elevated fire danger, by the way. Minimal impact when it comes to rain showers as we get into our Wednesday night, tomorrow night, into Thursday morning. But then I think we're going to have some scattered light rain showers on the backside of that with mostly cloudy skies. Again, don't forget to scan the QR code on the bottom right-hand side of your screen. That will take you to the website where you can download the East Tennessee Weather app for Android or iPhone. Maybe some of you are joining us with the app this morning. It is front and center on the app. If you ever see me doing live broadcasts, realize that I am front and center on the app. If it's not showing up, just force close the app and relaunch it. The problem is when we have apps on our phone, they stay running in the background for a while, and so you kind of have to reset those. And to reset it, either close out the East Tennessee Weather app and or launch something else in the app and then come back, and that will launch the video at the top. Little nuances with apps. Things you didn't really pay attention to or know, I guess, until you run and own an app. All right, well, we sure hope you have a great day. I'll see you back here for Wake Up with Witcher tomorrow. Enjoy the sunshine and the warm, breezy weather. Have a great day.